Good morning. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab whatever it is that you wish to drink, because we are going to have a chat. A different kind of chat than what we normally have, because we are moving on, and well, my friend made me cry. Not in a bad way. Like, he wasn't being mean, but I have a lot of notifications turned off because my phone going off drives me nuts. I finally saw a message from him from this morning saying that we have been adopted, asking if I've seen that we've been adopted. And, you know, considering that I've known this dude since 2011, which is like 13 and a half years, and we've been through thick and thin, like, people, they know that he exists. You know, he has been a big part of my life, and a lot of the dudes that I've been with have jealousy issues when it comes to him, but whatever. So I got confused. It's like, we've been adopted? Like, you and me? What are you talking about? And he explained that apparently redheads have been adopted on a certain clock app by a certain community of people due to being ostracized as children and bullied and everything else. It's one of those, they're finally realizing the crap that we've been through. And at least in my experience, there's always been, you know, the good and the bad. The bad happen a lot more because children are mean. Like, you know, people know the, you know, soulless ginger jokes, the unwanted redheaded stepchild. And as a redhead, you know, you bring up that shit hurts, and they're like, oh, well, it's just a joke, you're just too sensitive. Or, you know, me just trying to go for a walk on the playground, and I'm over here getting my hair pulled and getting picked on, being called names because of my red hair and just trying to exist. And I go and tell my teacher that these kids are bullying me. Then I go back onto my walk, and I get yelled at for instigating them because I'm there trying to walk. And it's like, why don't you yell at them for bullying me? You know, I've always liked going for walks. I would show up at school before my teachers even showed up. And I got yelled out for that too. You know, it wasn't my fault that the doors were already open, and I just stayed to myself. I just sat there. Sat there in the hallway waiting up on my teacher, but my teachers throughout my childhood, up until high school, really didn't like me for some reason. And then it's like, I got into high school and I had 3 redheaded teachers. And Mr. Flynn, Regis, people would call him Regis, or Mr. Clean because he had a bald head. And there's also Mr. Thornton. I'm surprised I remember his name though. But just being picked on. And even being told that my hair wasn't red because it was orange. And it's just like, no, it's considered red hair. It's just, that's, I don't know. It's whatever. But people would argue with me over that. As if it mattered. But the good parts is that, you know, adults, especially women, when I was a kid, when Ashley asked my mother if it was my natural hair color, or she wouldn't let me color my hair, and she would inform them, no, she was born that way. You know, I have, just random, a friend who has, I'm jealous of her hair. She has a daughter, I think she's, I don't remember how old she is. I never remember. I think she's like 5. Maybe. But her hair is like fire. Or like carrot top orange. And she was born that way. And it's curly. Mine is not carrot top orange. It's just like very bright, very vibrant. Like you could pick her out in a crowd. That's how vibrant it is. But like, another bullying thing, I would end up with a sunburn and my eyebrows wouldn't look blunt, like white against my skin. And I was actually asked if I had eyebrows. And then, as an adult, back in 2010, 2011, I had gotten my nails done. And it was a regular thing for me to get my nails done at that point. And the woman, even though she never done my eyebrows before, I never got my... That's annoying me. I never gotten my eyebrows done before. And she basically tried to charge me for it. And I looked at her and it's like, I didn't get my eyebrows done. She goes, oh, well, they look good. It's like, thank you. They're naturally like that. I don't know. Like, I mean, they're not perfect. They're just natural and I don't have to worry about them. Which I'm grateful for. Went and got my hair trimmed in about 2011, 2012. And the woman who trimmed my hair, after she charged me for the services, said that she loved the cut and color on me and that I should keep it that way. And it's like, well, thank you, but I don't color my hair, you know, I was born this way. Hold on. The chat went down, and I am very grateful for a pause button without having to completely stop recording because I needed 2 hands. But train of thought. No, my grandparents, the one, not my biological grandparents, the ones that my stepdad's parents, the one when I was 13, he took his own life, his parents. My grandpa, I've known them since I was like 3. My grandpa used to call me Red because I was, other than my grandmother, I was the redheaded grandchild. You can still kind of see, like, it lightens up in, like, the more I'm outside in the sunlight, the lighter it will be. It varies, depending on what I'm doing. My grandma was also a natural redhead. My children, despite Tyler and Johnny's father, has extremely dark brown hair, like it's almost like a soft black, and they still have a bit of red in their hair. Like, it's almost like this, but you can really see a bit of the red in the sunlight. And even my youngest child now, his father, my husband, his mother, his grandmother, like, his maternal line are Native Americans. So he claims that it's just very dark brown. It looks black to me. Like that Native American black. Okay? But even, you know, my youngest has my hair color. It's that, like, soft brown with an auburn twist to it. And just all three of them are like that. But it's healing to have the experience validated, to have the pain validated of being bullied as a child just for being different, just for existing. Because, you know, we have the freckles, we have the sensitive skin to where, you know, we're pale white or lobster red. We have the different hair color. I mean, even in the majority of media, you know, either redheads are deemed beautiful and powerful, or they're evil. So, even in one book that I read, I think was the Witches of Brittany. It was like every redhead in the book, like, was just evil. So, there's that. Pluto's ball. But, repeating myself, it's healing to have our experiences validated, and, you know, kind of like, I see you, I get it, I understand, you know, we finally hear you. You're not sensitive, you're not crazy. You know, even people, at least in my experience of being a woman, guys would choose me just because of the stereotype of having a higher sex drive. And what kind of, it makes me kind of side-eye them, because, like, even if I lived up to the stereotype, you are not living up to your end of it. Without getting too personal on that, or going into too many details. We do have a higher pain tolerance, which I am grateful for. Like, when I'm getting my tattoos, the majority of the time, it's like, I feel them, but I got one on my leg last month. We had a tattoo expo not too long ago that I decided to book my artist chair, and I nearly fell asleep during the lighting and the shading, but when it came to coloring, because he had chosen to do gamer themed and color the day, for the contest that we were doing. The coloring hurt. Like, he was digging in. Like, it was... I flipped him off with both hands. I'm so grateful that he has a sense of humor, because I definitely flipped him off. And I still have a spot that's kind of tender. Like, every so often, it's like, it reminds me of what happened that day, and it's just like, it doesn't really hurt, but it's almost like an echo. But I'm hoping that it helped to increase my pain tolerance, because that would be great. So, different type of video from anything else that has been on the channel. But I just kind of wanted to not really address it, but talk about it while, you know, it's in the current moment. So, and be able to get that out. And now I have other things on earth to do. So, I hope you have a nice day.